This is not the homecoming Mohammad Zahir was hoping for. He arrived in the Afghan capital a couple of weeks ago after living in Pakistan for 30 years. Forced to leave, he thought Kabul might offer an opportunity.
Since the fall of the Taliban, Kabul has attracted millions of Afghans like Mohammad Zahir, hoping for a better life. But the vast majority live in poverty, many in hillside houses with only basic services.
There's no running water or electricity here. Mohammed's family lives with his brothers, 18 people in 2 rooms. He says he didn't want to leave Pakistan, but had no choice. Pakistani authorities cut off his electricity and water. He says the police harassed him.
They didn't allow us to go to the market. They wouldn't let us work. They would take money from us or drag us to jail. The situation was very bad. They were arresting Afghans everywhere.
Pakistani officials gave him this document and told him when he arrived in Afghanistan, he would be given food, shelter, and money, about $500. But the government here has no program to help returning Afghans, and non-governmental organizations only offer aid to the most vulnerable. Ruhollah tells a similar story. He, his wife, and 8 children were forced from Pakistan. Officials gave him the same document. He took it to government offices in Kabul but received nothing. He couldn't afford to live in the capital, so his family has ended up in Khost in eastern Afghanistan. He says there will be more like him.
There are around 30,000 people in the camp. Most had ID cards, but they have 4 months to leave. Some families, like ours, were forced to leave immediately.
Pakistan has expelled Afghans before, but in addition to driving out the undocumented, now it is threatening to revoke the refugee status of 2 million Afghans whose IDs expire at the end of the year.
We have to receive the Afghan refugees back home one day, but we don't have the capacity to receive and to manage all of them at the same time, so it has to be in a phased approach.
Officials at the UN refugee agency say they are confident Pakistan will renew the refugee ID cards. The Afghan government is devising a plan to help returning Afghans, which would offer food, shelter, and transport. But it's months from being implemented. And when it is, it will not benefit families like Ruhollah's, forced to come to a country they don't know and one that hasn't welcomed them with open arms. Jennifer Glasse, Al Jazeera, Kabul.